Hello and welcome to Justice. I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro. Thanks for being with us tonight. Ebola. What a mess. No one, and I mean no one, should be allowed to enter the United States from any West African nation ravaged by Ebola. And any American citizen who goes there and wants to come home needs to be quarantined for 21 days until we figure out what we're doing. Look, we have a real problem. I don't want to hurt anybody, and I'm good with sending humanitarian aid to those in need, fill up those C-130s with supplies and doctors, and do those military transports. But guess what? At a certain point, you take priority over everyone else in the world. And when it comes to the health and security of your family and my family, everyone else takes a back seat. The fact that we're even having this discussion is insane. Now, we're told that it would be counterproductive to the economy of Liberia to stop flights from coming here. Really? Another country's economy is not the criteria to determine whether we put our families at risk. And trying not to offend the rest of the world, making nice so people won't be angry, or making other countries economically successful, and any other politically correct hogwash coming out of Washington be damned. Your job is to protect us. Take a listen.
First and foremost, I want the American people to know that our experts here at the CDC and across our government agree that the chances of an Ebola outbreak here in the United States are extremely low.
The world is less violent than it has ever been. It is healthier than it has ever been.
Right. And you can keep your doctor and your health care plan. Al-Qaeda's on the run, and ISIS is not Islamic. Come along with me and see if what I say makes sense. Thomas Duncan, Ebola man, lied to come here. Now, why did he need to come here? Did he know that after transporting a dying woman refused by a Liberian hospital and sent home to die, that he was then at risk? He is not a U.S. citizen. How is it that he can be granted a visa to come here in a matter of hours? And if our hospitals are all Ebola trained, why, after he told them that he came from Liberia, did the Dallas hospital send him home for yet another 3 days, during which time he became more contagious, vomiting around the apartment complex and exposing kids to the virus, who then go to school? And I should feel safe when the hospital today actually admitted that they lied when they said they didn't know he was from Liberia. Where's that so-called Ebola checklist that asks if you've traveled to an Ebola-infected country? And why did the nephew have to call the CDC? Because, quote, the hospital again wasn't taking the illness seriously. We're so prepared that officials didn't even attempt to sterilize that apartment for 5 days. And if we're so damn ready for this, why did the locals say not to worry? Only 12 or 18 people were in direct contact with him, when Dallas County said there were 80 and the CDC said, 100. And I should feel safe when, under a national spotlight, relatives sharing the same bathroom refuse to remain in isolation and instead send their children to school with yours. And why were men cleaning the vomit outside the apartment in T-shirts, sweeping the waste into the Dallas sewer system? Isn't there a protocol for destroying and transporting Ebola waste? Right now, thousands of Liberians come into this country every year. Why? Take a look at this map of Africa. Those countries highlighted deny entry to citizens of Ebola-ravaged countries. And take a look at this image of a Liberian soldier enforcing a quarantine so that their own countrymen do not come in contact with them. Yet our government minimizes the danger and also the means of transmission. Stop telling us it's just about the exchange of bodily fluids. Why didn't you tell us that the virus can last for hours on a surface like a doorknob or a countertop at the local coffee shop? And the head of the CDC, when asked if there should be more rigorous airport screening, says this: like any intervention, there are upsides and downsides. There are a lot of downsides. You slow travel. You end up costing people money. Who's going to get screened and who's going to train them? And if you have a positive, where are you going to bring them? If you have a positive, where are you going to bring them? You're the head of the CDC. Are you stupid? So you'd rather put us in danger. You're the head of the CDC. You find a place to put them and treat them. And then White House spokesman Josh Earnest says that screening procedures are in place at our border and people are screened as soon as they get here. Really? You're kidding, right? What's that? You're saying that because you don't want people to panic? You don't want us to panic. How about I don't want us to die? Tell us the truth for once. That's my open.